Welcome, everyone, to Beaver Stadium, nestled in Bucolic State College and home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, and one of the loudest, most passionate crowds you'll find anywhere in college football. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gators will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blocker. And the ball is loose on the return. Just seconds into this game, we already have a turnover and haven't even snapped one from scrimmage.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return you do, and a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. The give to the left. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. The snap sets up to throw. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Yeah, in 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And it's no good. He missed it. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Looking to scramble. Fires on the move. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. It's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer at the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball off.
I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Uncorks one to the middle. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They got the explosive play. Now to finish the deal, it's 1st and 10 from the 12. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of the stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's an 80-yard drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And they got him for the sack.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that clean off the line of scrimmage, that is how it's done at the highest level for that defensive end.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
On second down, wants to throw it. It's caught downfield. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
Well, they're able to hit the corner route. As a quarterback, when you've got an athletic tight end like that, you're sort of reading the defense's body position. If the tight end's able to get past them off the line of scrimmage and man coverage, then you're going to be throwing that corner further down the field. But if the defender's playing off because he's afraid of the speed, then you want to flatten him, more like an out route to the sideline. These two guys right here, they've got awesome chemistry, and you saw it on that play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Snags it over the middle. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. The quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Gets open down the middle. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Gators sending the offense back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Gets it out fast. No chance to run, but still a good game.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and short, the power run here. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Penn State 14, Florida 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Trying to get behind the defense. Complete to the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Gators.
Well, this is a running back who is versatile, and his catching ability really helps this offense out vertically down the field. And you saw it on that play on the wheel route. That wasn't just a screen or a swing. They got him faking going to the flat, turning up the sideline for a touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. No shot at a return. It's out in the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Line gets set, first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He rifles one deep down the right side. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll try it over the left side. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
On second down, they'll take to the air. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Buys a little time. He's looking on the right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
That keeps the score. Penn State 14, Florida 7.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here in the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Just trucks through it. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
And there it is. Toss play to the left, using this guy's speed on the perimeter. They weren't able to bring him down. That's an explosive play offensively.
That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Snap it to the back. They get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Looking at a 2nd and short now.
Let's go.
Takes a handoff, and he's going right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Byers on the move. He's got it. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They're going to test the right side with this one. Still running at the 40. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
The run to the left. Running with power.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Showing the arm strength to the left. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Penn State! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Split backs here. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pulls it in, it's Vick. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the pass is incomplete, charged loose by the hit.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Quick strike complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Going up top on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
He wants to throw it again. Got a man, it's Vick. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On 4th down, looking to pass. The throw. And they can't connect, a costly turnover on downs.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's moving out of the pocket. And he's got it inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. He's looking to pass. Feeling some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Trying to find his man on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He caught it. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
First and goal, Florida.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, Penn State 28, Florida 7.
The Nittany Lions will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Sending the offense back to work. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this off.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the third quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
They're going to be in a world of hurt if they don't get this thing going forward here on second down from the 13. He's looking to throw. Wide open, makes the catch. At the 40, there he goes. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. Everything broke down. The quarterback tried to bail them out, but he ended up making things worse when he fumbled.
Yeah, I like the quarterback and his athleticism, extending the play and at least giving himself a chance, but you got to finish. You still have to do a good job taking care of the football. That's priority number 1. He wasn't able to do that.
He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. To the ground with the back. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. His defense needed this bad.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
The aerial assault continues. Finds him out of the backfield. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right now.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. If you give opportunities away like this, you're trailing every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The play-action fake. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got another 25. Touchdown, Florida! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Well, he's just running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch and then run it in for a touchdown.
They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The offense set for a first down play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback will audible. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll go with a direct snap. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job to get down there and avoid the hit with the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
The Nittany Lions are rolling down the field. The give to the right. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
29 Philly.
He's looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
A 3rd and long coming up here.
Here we go.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Throws to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted. Got room on the return. And he returned that into reverse skate in a hurry and takes it to the 46.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end? Just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it.
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
The inside handoff. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Got it in the middle. It's Flanagan. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and it's just and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
A run for the quarterback. Touchdown Gators! And the comeback is on. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Iowa State is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a close game. They're up by 10 over Coastal Carolina. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know.
He's taking the shot. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
21.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fast motion from the offense. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. The back goes in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll try to do it himself. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here's the handoff. Hard running there. Still on his feet at the 45. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Penn State 35, Florida 21.
First down to start the drive after the break. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Gators are moving quickly down the field.
Let's go!
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Right down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He's got him this time. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got a man. It's Vick. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in this state.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
We still got time. Great job by the defense doing the most important thing, getting the ball back to their offense. Now the offense has to answer the bell, but good job creating the turnover. Now the offense, your turn.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. To the air on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Flushed out of the pocket. Working on the right. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He wants to throw. Unleashes one deep. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back to its own.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. They're working that left side. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
They'll run it to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. Fires to the wideout. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's one of the only ways you were getting back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offense's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen as they did. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Number 9. Hall's in the end zone.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Getting set for the point after. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. East Carolina has the lead right now. Greenville has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over Army. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
To the ground, he's got it again. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. And the Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on third and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a fourth down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. Direct snap. The Nittany Lions are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
Hey, man, 4th and 1 at any part of the field is risky to go for, especially when you're in your own end of the field. But they did. It was a good play call. I like them being aggressive, especially after getting that first down.
The Nittany Lions are on the move. Looking to go up top on first down. Makes his connection. Oh, he gave him a dead leg. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Nice move there. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
no doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Wide receiver shows motion. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
3rd and inches coming. This is the kind of play where every fiber of your being is tested. The Nittany Lions brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
Okay, ready?
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Easy.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Quarterback now breaking the field. It's complete on the right side. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Grabs it inside the 15. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Gators!
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
And he needs this one for the tie, and he's got it. We're locked up in the 4th. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Makes the grab. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
It is so hard as a defender to have to stop that big fella from catching the corner route, right? He already has great size and long arms, and he can jump. So what do you do? I mean, you're not trying to create pass interference and a penalty, but that's just a size mismatch, and the offense took advantage.
The give to the back. Still running at the 40. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they've got the lead in the final minute. He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Okay, 1 possession game. Got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw.
Gonna take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going up top here late in the game. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? When you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of the DB. Nice job by the defense.
They'll give it to the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.